What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tuned into another edition of my vlog. I want to say thank you for subscribing. Thanks for all the support. You know, I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. Also, make sure you support my Patreon. Over there, I can put together the freaky tales, you know, and get a little bit more explicit and uncut and raw. So support my Patreon. It's another level. Anyways, you're looking for life coaching too, hit me up at bigherc916.com. You know, I mentor, life coach, all that good stuff. But I just want to talk to you guys about chasing sex and why a lot of you guys will never find happiness because all you're chasing is the sex. You see somebody and you think, oh my God, if they're on top of me, it's gonna be the best thing ever. And it possibly will be the best thing ever for that duration, but there is no love involved. And a lot of you guys confuse sex and love. You think that, man, if I can just get her to have sex with me, then she will love me. And she will not necessarily love you because of the sex. You know, there might be other elements in there. You're thinking that, man, you know, at the end of the day, it'll all work out. I got the big body Benz, or I got the Rolls Royce, or the Ferrari, or the Aston Martin, or the whatever Lambo, and you know, it's an extension of my phallus, but it don't matter. She's getting that from everybody. She has access to hammers across the nation, and she probably is getting hammered across the nation if she's one of those girls who looks like she's had all the Botox and the butt implants and the injections and all that. She don't give a damn. She's all about herself. So for you to think you can possess her and through sex make her yours, that's not the right perspective to have. And it goes for the females too. You know some females, they travel across the country to go get the hammer. You know, they're looking for the dude with the biggest one. They are what is called size queens, and if it ain't at least 8 inches, they don't want it. You know, and when they get it, they just go crazy, and they get blowed out across the country, and they think that this guy, when he gets theirs, they're gonna want to marry him, and he's gonna want to settle down. And nah, man, this dude, aka Hammer, aka Teddy Thump Thump, you know, whatever you want to call him, he is getting offers all over from women from all walks of life. They see that thing and they want to climb the mountain. And that's what he lets them do, climb the mountain, and he keeps it pushing. And if you think that you're gonna be his main squeeze, well, you best be ready to share that with 4 or 5 other females, because that's what he's doing. You know, he has that thing, and you know, he knows that it's a weapon of mass destruction, so he's using it as a weapon of mass destruction, destroying coochies across the country. So you guys, you know, yeah, he has a 6-pack, he looks good, and that thing hangs down to damn near his kneecap, but he's not gonna marry you. You know, when he does settle down, it's because something else is involved outside of sex. So sex and love is 2 different things. And if you just chase the sex, you're not gonna find the happiness you're looking for. And if you think that, you know, that it's gonna change the game, you know, it's what they call P-whip. You know, we should say to the homies in the hood, you know, homie P-whip, man. He you know, she done put it on him, and now he's stalking her, calling her, you know, hanging out by her house, doing drive-bys, trying to catch her at home. You know, he's on some simp shit. And that's what a lot of you guys are on, because you got these IG models, you got these TikTok models, and they don't put their thing on Twitter, and you know, Snapchat, and you thinking, oh man, you know, I want to own that thing. And when you're there, you might possess it for the time being, but as soon as you leave, somebody else is possessing that thing, from the homeboy in the NFL to the other cat in the MLB to the other dude in the NBA to the homie in the hood with the sack, you know, and then you know, Teddy Thumper with the hammer. So you know, don't get in your feelings and get mad at women all over the world because you try to, use your sex to lock her in, just know that that's part of the game. You know what I mean? And you can't get mad at the game. These females, a lot of them, we're in a time where everything's about likes and about feeling like wanted. And these females, they use it to their advantage. Basically, their social media is their platform to advertise, and that's how they living. I knew a dude who had a female, pretty little, Latina, and he thought, oh man, this is the one, and she looked good, he looked good. They taking all kind of pictures by the pool in Vegas and doing this and that. And then come to find out, somebody else seen her when he wasn't around with an old cat, and obviously she was on a date, getting paid. She had a whale, and the whale was, taking care of the bills. How else do you think she's not working all the time? You think that the money just falls out the sky? No, she got dudes that are basically, taking care of business. So, sex is a tool for her to keep those pockets filled. So don't get mad at it. It's the game, man. And, even if you are sexing her up, it doesn't mean it's gonna stop her from doing her thing if you're trying to pay her bills, because that's her power. Same thing with the dude with the hammer. You know what I mean? He's hammering down across the country, and he knows he can go into married couples' households and the wife will let him hammer down while the husband watches, because that's what happens when you have the big hammer. You know what I mean? It's the power of the sex, but it's not love. Love requires other emotions. It requires sustainability. It requires conversation. It requires just a yin and a yang, And a lot of you guys, as soon as you get sexed up, you think you're in love. You get a good one, you have a couple orgasms, and you're like, oh my God, I'm in love. Nah, man, you lusting, and you done got blowed out. So you thinking, oh my God, this is the end game. But you can't possess somebody through sex. You can't own them through sex. It's not the same as love. A lot of you guys are just overly hypersensitive, hypersexual active because of watching all the porn now. And you let those visual images get burned in your medulla oblongata, and you think that when you get that, oh my God, this is what I've been fantasizing about, so I must be in love. Nah, man, you're living out a cold fantasy in your mind because maybe she done tickled your little bum, and now you feel like, oh man, this is the one. It ain't the one. It's just lust and it's sex, so don't get the two confused. Women out there, you're getting all those hammers up in there when that thing is just blowed out, you know what I'm saying? Unless you get it tightened back up and you find a guy who really loves you, then, you want to make sure you can make him happy. But if you're chasing that guy, he knows what he's got, and he's slinging that thing. He's slinging it like a Louisville Slugger. So don't let it get you all upset and think that all men are users or they're players, because you're chasing a player. You know he's a player because of how you met him. The second or third email or text had him showing you his hammer, and you got excited. So know what it is. Sex is not love. Love is not sex. Sex can result in love if it works out that way, but hey, you got to keep it in perspective, man. Big Herc 916.